Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Live Large Universe. This is John Ferian, your host tonight, and I'm going to be speaking with Skinner Bell. So, Skinner's got some exciting announcements tonight we're going to chat through, but before we get too far into that, I want to share with you guys a little bit of new exciting news that's coming here. So, first thing I want to do is tell you a little bit about a brand new logo that I've got going on here. So check this out. So this is a brand new logo that's about to be released in the next few days on the LiveLARGE website. It's the LiveLARGE Automotor website. The link is in the show here. If you go into the YouTube video, and you'll see the link there, and you can go into the website in a few days and order it. So everybody who's here watching the show live tonight, you are the first ones to see the premiere of this new logo. So got a lot of exciting things to tell you a little bit about here tonight. And so let me go ahead and drop that down. And as we talk about that, you can see kind of the wider shot of the shirt and everything that's going on there. So don't forget also all of the Live Large Universe merchandise when you buy it. All the profits for that go to the Erie Live Large University Scholarship Program. That scholarship program lives over at Erie, and what it's there to do is to actually help people get into avalanche education, people who maybe are recreationalists who want to come over and check out, how to kind of invest in their community, whether they're through clubs, search and rescue, if they're riding with other groups and kind of inspiring other people to get avalanche education. That's what that money is all over there for. And so we've got another giant batch of scholarships that are going out this year. So want to make sure you guys get in on that. And the final thing here, we have our commercial for Fly Racing Snow. So Fly Racing, we're going to offer you guys a corporate zip-up hoodie, or frankly any hoodie of your choice that's available on the website. Right now, like everywhere else in the world, the ability to get product is a little more challenging, so we're going to keep it a little bit open and say whatever is in stock over at Fly Racing right now with the zip-up hoodie. Check it out. All you have to do is go over to watch the show tonight, obviously. Go in the comments, everybody who's in the comments and saying where they're watching from. So I see we got Mike Morrison here, we got Brian Thibault here, and we got others rolling in here too. If you guys are here watching live, make sure you drop in the comments where you're watching from and let us know. And so, again, go over to Fly Racing on social media, follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and anywhere else you can find them. Check out their website. So I'm going to bring Skinner up here. Skinner, you ready? We're going to go live here in 3, 2, and 1. How are you, sir?
Good, sir. How are you? Nice
I'm
logo. I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? So look at you. You're all
Yeah,
dressed up for business tonight. Tell us, there's got to be a little bit of a story or a history about that suit that you're wearing there, because not everybody that I know has a head-to-toe pink suit. So tell me about it.
correct. A lot of people know me, and I lost my mom to breast cancer. It's been over 14 years ago, and now I work with Pink Ribbon Riders, and we do all these rides all over, and I help out here in Wyoming. And
Okay.
so I bought this pink suit. As soon as I saw it on opsuits.com, I was like, man, I got to have this suit for this event. And just to help raise money. I usually get them, sell them every year at the auction as well. So, all the money goes to a good cause. So it's always fun to do stuff like that and for good causes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So love that you're here representing, and it's always great to honor your mom. I know when we've had you on previous shows too, you've told a little bit about that story as well. So my condolences to the loss, and it's great that you continue to honor her and help raise money for cancer awareness. So
Thank you.
awesome, awesome. So Skinner, there's a chance there's like 3 people out there left in the world who don't already know a little bit about you. So why don't you give us a little bit of a rundown on Skinner Bell? Like, where do you live? Kind of give us a little bit about your background before we dive into some of your big announcements tonight.
Okay. Well, I was born and raised here in Jackson. I actually grew up in Moran, Wyoming. My father was a guide up there at Togety Mountain Lodge for over 30 years. Then after I basically short story, I graduated high school early in 97, December 97, and started guiding right away. I'd guide on weekends and stuff when I could. Worked there for Togety for quite a few years. Went over to Brooks Lake for almost 21 years of guiding. And, I've raced snowmobiles, snowcross, hill climbs, and just had a lot of fun and met a lot of people in the industry. And I guess I'll just leave it at that because I don't want to spoil everything right away.
I hear you. That's great. So let's talk a little bit about what you've got changing. So I think you shared with me on the phone that you're no longer going to be at Brooks Lake Lodge this year, and you've got a new gig coming up. And so tell us a little bit about what you have up your sleeve for the season.
Correct. I am no longer there. I've started a new career path for summer and winter. One of my best friends, Cameron Committee, with 3C Guiding, him and I have grown up together with his brother and everything. And he started this wonderful company called 3C Guiding, which you can ride up there at Togety on the Shoshone side. Also, you can ride Sierra Madres and the Snowy Mountain Range. He's one of the only guide companies that can do actually all three mountain ranges.
Wow,
And
that's
then
amazing.
once I left, I called him because it's been a plan in the back burner for me to go and run this operation up there for him. And it just happened to fall into place, and all these great things are happening this winter, and I can't be more excited than anything. I'm like a little kid in a candy store right now. So
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so, Cameron, of course, I've met a few times. He's been on the show before, but I also attending the Driven event that happens up at Sealy Lake every year. Last year, Cameron, being one of the Ride Rasmussen instructors out there, he came up and supported the Driven event up at Sealy Lake, and so I got to actually shred with him a little bit and get out on the mountain. And man, that guy's got quite some background and the ability to ride. I know you're an amazing rider too, and to have guys like you out there as guides and now teamed up, like I can't think of a better fit between the two of you guys. Like I've gotten to know you both, and whether it be through the show or different things, and I just can't think of two more solid dudes. And the fact that you guys are going to partner up, I'm super excited for you guys this season. So
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and really wanted to announce it at Heydays, but I couldn't make it this year with my new summer job. We actually had a wedding here on their new ranch that I'm working for, so I had to stay, just
gotcha.
because of the protocols for COVID and stuff. And so I was kind of bummed about that. So that means we missed last year and this year, and I was really bummed I got to miss it. But we'll make up for it next year. That's for sure.
Yep, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so, last I checked, Skinner, doesn't Cameron and his crew, don't they have a rental fleet of BRP products, if I remember right? And aren't you a cat rider? Last I checked, how's that going to shake out? Tell me a little bit about what you're riding this season and what you're building.
So yeah, it's a crazy thing with everything going on with the whole COVID stuff. With the snowmobiles and snowmobile parts. It's really tough to get stuff, and I ended up leaving with Cat, which is kind of a bummer. But actually, we have rental sleds. We have 8 experts this year and one Lynx as our
Okay.
as our rental sled. So if you don't have sleds, you fly out here. We can get you on those rental sleds. But yeah, the big announcement. This is gonna blow Facebook all up and social media. I actually bought a 165 Lynx.
Holy smokes.
This Yeah, this last weekend from Elevated Power Sports up in Billings, Montana. Alan, one of the head salesmen up there, has been an awesome guy to work with. It took me forever to track one down and to
Wow.
find one. And Alan, man, I mean, I drove up there last Friday. Got to spend some time with Tom and Jen at TKI. They walked me through their stuff, showed me how their machines worked, how products were made, which was awesome. I was always wanting to see that. Then I went over there and picked my sled up at the dealership. I was in and out less than an hour.
Wow.
I mean, the Elevated Power Sports and Allen, I mean, I give those guys a big thumbs up. They're a great crew to work with, and I'm looking forward to the future of working with those guys.
Yep, that's awesome. So tell me, I mean, like historically with the cat, like you've typically like, supercharged that thing and, done all kinds of crazy stuff. Do you have anything super exciting that you're ready to do to that Lynx and get it dialed in for the season for you? And I also have to ask you because I personally have owned an Arctic Cat Alpha 1 in the past, right? Similar to what you've been riding in the past. And I also at the same time rode a Skidoo Summit, right? And I've got the 2021 Turbo now, and I would tell you that the ability to jump on one machine versus the other back and forth, I found extremely challenging because of the steering, of this Cat being very vertical, like a Polaris, versus Skidoo has the angled steering. So have you already got some seat time on a Skidoo, or is this going to be a little bit of a learning curve for you at the beginning of the season? I know you'll pick it up quick, but I'm curious just because I've experienced it myself personally. So
You know the nice thing, even when I worked at Brooks, we had Polaris and Skidoos
gotcha.
as rentals. So for me, it takes me about 4 to 5 minutes to adjust,
Yep, I hear you.
just because I'm so diverse on jumping on sleds and helping people get them unstuck.
Makes sense. Yep.
Um, the nice thing is I'll be starting off on the sled. I still have my 2121 hardcore supercharger.
Gotcha.
I couldn't let that go this year.
That's awesome.
Just because I didn't know if I was going to find a sled at all. I just didn't want to be stuck committing to a job and not having a guide sled. Um, so no, this one is pretty much gonna, I'm not gonna do nothing too fancy with it. I'll probably, do some clutching, maybe a pipe, white pipe,
Yep.
definitely a belt drive. This Lynx is going to be a whole new animal. I never got any seat time on it last year, which I really
Yeah.
wanted to. The whole suspension and geometry is way different.
Very much. Yep.
So I'm really excited to ride it, put some seat time on it, and get in the backcountry and do what I do. Try to beat the snot out of it, hit big jumps, and have a lot of fun with it, and
Yep.
see what it's about. So
Yep. Yep. So I'm gonna hope I don't butcher his last name, but somebody I'm assuming you know is Steve. Is it Krutchenberg, maybe? So he says, so the cat is out of the bag, but a lynx is still a cat. And so I hadn't even thought of that. But yes, the lynx is a cat, an
yeah,
Arctic cat is a cat. So in theory, you're still riding a cat. It just is a different type of cat, right?
yeah. That's the hard thing right now is I'm trying to design a cool wrap for it. And with the red, I think it's fiery red or lava. I'm trying to cover it up as much as I can, but still accent it, especially with the pink. Because
Yeah.
that's going to be the tough thing with the bright, vibrant pinks I like and the red.
Yep.
I mean, I put up some pink next to it, and it doesn't clash too bad. And every year, I try to do more and more pink products on my
Yeah.
sled. So
Well,
it's
the good news is
I'm pretty stoked.
the good news is when you get a good wrap out there, the wrap covers almost all the colors. You can kind of pick and choose what pops through it, right? So
Correct. And I'm trying to design. Always try to design my own wraps with Octane ink. They've always helped me out the last couple of years, and they're just a great crew to work with, and I'm real excited. I got a bunch of ideas, sketches. I just need to get the ball rolling. But the hardest thing with this Lynx is right now is getting parts for it, all these
yeah,
aftermarket parts that I need, and from my sponsors because they had one for a little bit and test fitted stuff, but stuff changes in production. But I'm going to be a little bit out on getting everything powder coated and put together. But I'm so excited and looking forward to this build. And I know a lot of people out there want me to do a pink skidoo or something from BRP. So
yeah,
this is for sure going to be the year,
yeah.
a pink BRP product.
Well, that's awesome. So, I've been a BRP fan for years, and the quality is second to none when you're on a BRP product. The way it's built, the fit and finish, and everything. And so, I'm stoked to have you as part of the BRP family. I have no specific affiliation with BRP, but I've been a big fan of their products for years, and I think it's exciting to have you over there and supporting and riding the new brand, and especially Lynx, right? I think. It being the first full season now, or the first season here that Lynx is hitting the North America market, versus being over in northern Europe area, in the Finland, Sweden areas and stuff before. So should be an exciting year, and that thing's literally built solid as it can be, and so I'm sure you'll thrash on it and give it a good testing.
Yeah. I mean, that's a crazy thing. Straight out of the box, when I picked it up, I was so impressed with, everything, the bumpers,
Yeah.
I mean, it's straight out of the box. It is a backcountry weapon. It is ready just to beat up, tear up. I mean, it's
Yeah.
got everything. Comes
Yeah.
with a brake reservoir protector.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, they did a lot of research on that, and they built it for people, hopefully like me and other
Yeah.
people, to just go out in the backcountry and have fun and beat it up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so, there's probably a few folks too who maybe aren't completely familiar with 3C guiding. And, why don't you give us a kind of a rundown of, I know you can't real high level, you said the areas that you guys guide in, but talk about, the services you guys offer between, and I'll rattle them off, but go into detail as, things like sled rentals and, the locations you're guiding. And then it sounds like you do summer guiding too. You were saying a year round program, right? So what do they do there?
So yeah, for winter, you just basically do the wintertime guiding. Summertime, I do my own thing here at the
Oh,
ranch for
gotcha. That's
horseback
right.
stuff
Okay.
and fishing. But no, yeah, we offer 8 sleds, the 8 of the Summit experts. We have the one Lynx also for a rental. Then the nice thing is like I was saying earlier, Cameron is one of the only guys, or his company can guide 3 different mountain ranges,
It's amazing.
uh, which is which is really cool. Not I don't I think he is the only one that can guide 3 different mountain ranges. And hopefully we got some good future plans. We want to expand, get more use stays and all that, more rentals. And he's tied in with Brett Rapson, Ride Rapson style,
Absolutely.
carry it driven. So he's trying to tie that in. We're trying to work on the permit stuff over here on my side so we can do the avalanche safety training and all that. So, I mean, yeah, we got so much stuff. It's going to be awesome. I mean, we're trying to build, for our goal, the best guide service between these 3 mountain ranges and,
Yeah.
training and certifications that we can.
Yep.
That's our goal. And I
Yeah.
don't want to give up guiding until at least 60, 70. I want, I want at least, 40 to 50 years guiding on top of Togety Pass. I've got over 30 under my belt already. So I think I can go another, at least 30 more.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So that's great. And I know that, a guide like yourself and, all the customers that have, gone out with you before, a lot of people go to the location, but I think in your case, you're one of those few guides out there that I think a lot of people go to ride with you, right? Like that experience they've had with you, they're going to remember it. And so I would imagine there's going to be a lot of people who are going to follow you over to 3C guiding in your new areas and, some of the areas that you've been before. But, excited to see this business thrive and grow for you guys. So that's amazing.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, a lot of people are coming over, and I've even worked out a couple of things with Brooks where some of my guests still want to stay there. I'll go up there and guide underneath them up
Gotcha.
there for on their use days. So we don't use up all our use days. So
Yeah, that's a great kind of a best of both worlds, if you will, if you can continue to maintain existing relationships and take on new adventures at the same time.
correct.
Cool. Well, what's up that sleeve? What's up this sleeve? Is there any more sleeves to unveil, or what? Any other stories you got for us this season here before we wrap this up?
No, I just want to thank everybody that's always stood behind me and helped me out. It's always been a pleasure working with everybody. Tom at TKI, Octane Inc. as a rap. I mean, it's just everybody's been so nice and stood behind me all these years. It's just been a wonderful journey, and I hope I can keep continuing it and just make it better and grow into bigger things. And starting to work with AMP a little more, trying to help them out, and
Yep.
stay on top of some stuff so we don't get all these closures down on us.
Yeah.
That's probably one of our biggest fights here. And people just riding smart in areas that are closed but still have trail systems. That's another thing that we're all trying to fight for. If it's a designated wildlife zone, yeah, they'll put trails there through this, but please stay on the trails. Ride smart. Don't go trash those areas, because once they start closing it down, it's going to open all across every state, and it's going to close us off eventually. And we need to fight for our freedom and our lands.
Yeah, no, but 100% spot on. It's important work. So appreciate you guys staying active, staying involved, and anybody who's watching too, make sure you keep your eye out in your local area for any land access issues that are coming up, and make sure you're there to support them as needed. So
Yeah,
Great.
and the great thing with social media, share that stuff out because all of us snowmobilers on there, we'll share it out even more. And the more people we get interested, sign these petitions and everything. I mean, it makes it that much more wonderful, and we get more response that way, and that's how we can keep the ball rolling forward instead of backwards.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. So great. All right, Skinner. Final call. Any last words before we wrap this up?
Oh, I got to give a shout out to one of my best friend's little kids. Well, he's
Absolutely.
not little anymore. He's he's starting to get bigger. I just got to give a shout out to Riley, one of my best friends, his son. So, but
Very
other than
cool.
that, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving since that's right around the corner. And everybody pray for snow.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Skinner, you go ahead and hang on there, and I'll wrap up the show for everybody. So, everybody, thank you for watching. Make sure you share this out. Bring it over to your social media pages. Grab the YouTube link here and share it out. But appreciate everybody watching. So, as always, live large. God bless you, and have a great night. Thanks.